Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Odryssian Kingdom campaign on Total War Rome 2. Now, we were just barely getting stuck into a war with these guys.
Ready for orders.
And I do not remember exactly where we left off. I think we left off right before turn end. Generally speaking, that's where I leave things. To check out what technology we want. I don't really care too much for ships right now. None of these look super great right off the bat. Now this decrease in banditry would be very nice, but it's not entirely necessary just yet. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with this one to get that boost in trade. That costs us some money every turn, but I think we're doing totally fine there. Double check that no one needs to level up, and let's end the turn. Oh, I forgot I was moving that guy.
I propose a simple treaty between... Our warriors thirst for your blood and hunger for your women. Perhaps they can be...
They still have a little bit of land I want, so I'm not going to take that just yet. I'm also going to check out Confederation. Wait, I already confirmed. I was going to say Confederation with my neighbors to the north. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to resupply my fleet.
Warriors all! Warriors all!
Well, I suppose first things first, let's get these guys into a port and have them resupply.
Ready for battle! Ready for orders! For the tribe!
Let's get these guys moving a little bit closer to the next city they're going to take.
Destination reached!
And you know what? I don't know what they have up there. I'm pretty sure they don't have an army up there, but just in case, I'd rather not get ambushed.
Ready for orders!
Let's go and eliminate these guys.
Take it on! Get moving!
Hopefully we don't take snow attrition. But if we do, it's not the end of the world. Good. Vet 9 cavalry. Love to see it.
Is there nothing else?
And we got the general,
Getting on our way.
an increase in level. Let's go for that empire maintenance decrease. That's going to be invaluable
When your feet
down the line.
for the tribe.
Now let's slap a little more food in here. Now let's see. So this gives me +4 sanitation everywhere in this province. So I can handle some squalor. Do I get another thing of food here? Because I wanted this to be like a really food-focused province. Why don't we stick a quarry in here just to see what happens? I'll probably change this out soon, but not yet. Change it out for a farm, I mean. Now over here, let's get a muster field just to help out with some banditry. It's not the greatest to deal. Actually, it does pretty well against banditry as it levels up. Now I don't expect to be recruiting much from this province, but I'd like to have it as an option. Alright, now let's see. I might, once I take their city, I might just get peace with them. Because I don't really care to go too much further up north. Let's do a quick check on Rome, see if they're building up for an attack. They are recruiting, but I mean, I don't think Rome is much of a threat anymore, which is a very, very good thing. Before I forget, like I did last turn, let's keep moving this guy over here to get that cultural influence changing.
I must stop and talk to one. Your orders? Ready for battle. Move out! Faster! Damn you all! For the tribe!
Now we're going to keep these armies up here. You know what, I may end up going north anyway. That's not the map I meant to look at, this is. I may end up going north and just clearing this out. But I've got a pretty easy front to maintain along here. Because I've got buddies on this side. If I can get peace with these guys, maybe I can make these guys my client state, and then I can attack east. Let's check out how everyone around there feels about them. So everyone around here hates them just because they're at war with me, so I actually probably will try and get peace with them. Until that time comes, I'm going to keep my armies kind of in this area.
How can I assist you?
And I've got to remember to check my characters before I end this turn. So we've got pretty high loyalty. I would like to get my influence up a bit higher. but that'll start to kind of happen naturally as my family expands. So I'm not an evil mother. I don't really know why you would want that, but it's a bit amusing, I suppose. Let's give him some extra influence per turn. Let's give you that boost in tax rate. And we'll have you send them a gift as well, just to boost your influence some more, get some loyalty. And end the turn. Oh, piss off, Rome. Oops. That's a little bit embarrassing. I forgot to check on this province. Well, let's get rid of that immediately. Okay, doesn't really matter too much. Let's go ahead and just pop back over here then to Italia. Since we've got 100 public order in Latium anyway, it will be good to have the extra boost here, get it up to 100. Because when you have an inspired populace, you get increased growth and tax rate boost. So maintaining high public order can actually make a pretty huge difference on your income per turn. I was not expecting to see them over here. Hey, but they're actually going to help me out. Let's just auto-resolve that because the garrison's already essentially dead. Now let's see, I kind of want to check out their armies because this is who I think I will fight next. So it is literally just all skirmish cav. That's going to be miserable to fight. Over here, we can go ahead and do some conversion. Now, I want the public order from the civil town. I can accept that. I think that'll work out okay for this province. Let's go ahead and drop you back out of the city, get that public order penalty decreased a little bit. Now, since this guy will be, I mean, this is the army that I have basically constructed to fight the Scythians. I want my general to be very personally capable in combat. And I think we'll go with the experienced archer and the experienced cavalryman. If I can remember that that's the direction I want to go. We'll see if that happens. I'll keep this fleet hanging around over here for a minute because I'll probably be at war with these guys soon enough. Now, what are the odds that these guys will, one,
Ye
accept
have the ear
peace,
of my people.
and two,
Do not waste words.
be my
We are
client
worthy
state?
of better.
Can I not have client states? Or can they only have one settlement? What if we demand a payment from them? How much are they willing to pay? How much are they capable of paying? Oops, went one too far back. Okay, so everyone up here still pretty much hates them. Actually, everyone over here doesn't really care about them anymore now that I'm not at war with them. But these guys aren't a huge fan of everyone over here. Okay, we will see if that peace holds. And we will start gearing up to move east, I think. And I really might go after Rome and just get rid of them and liberate this city, I don't know. Because I hate that my allies aren't, like, actually attacking. Could this army bring down a Roman garrison and a legion? So it looks like Rome is kind of on their last legs. I wonder if I can check their population. I can. You know what? Where's that fleet? Fleets seem to have massively increased movement range on this mod, which I very, very much appreciate, because it gets real old to have to take a zillion turns to move fleets just to get around something. Alright, now let's see. So we just got peace up north. I really don't want to send pikes out east just yet. Because I don't think they will do well against nomadic tribes. Let me check the population. Sorry, I'm debating moving them a little bit further just so I can get some replenishment, but they're supposed to be replenishing here, and I don't know if they would if they moved over one. Okay, so let's see. Let's have this army actually drop back into the region of Odessa so they can get some massive replenishment. We'll have you guys just hang out at the border here for now. This army I will keep in position until they can re-recruit some pikes. That unit of pikes that we lost, that is the unit that died, right? So I've got 2 of everything else. Well, we'll see. I might do a unit of cavalry here instead because I like having flank pressure available. Drop this guy over here. Still can't believe I let slums up, but whatever. That's what happens when I go a little bit faster than I should. So I'm going to move this fleet around. I'm going to start bringing this army over a little bit that direction next turn. I could probably wait a couple of turns. Because what I think I'm going to do is attack this, get rid of Rome, and just liberate that. And I think that faction will probably go to war with RDA, so RDA will like me a little less, but if that's the case, they can just finally get over there and take that city. Now, in terms of diplomacy,
today is a good day to discuss topics of mutual benefit.
Now I do need to be a little bit concerned about this area. And as a matter of fact, I might bring these pikes all the way down here to defend Nicomedia. For now. Having a hard time deciding what to do next. Let's go ahead and do a quick check here. We got someone else to come of age. That is good, but not a huge deal now that we are starting to grow our family. Let's see if we can get you some extra influence. Or if there's anything else worth. I actually might do that. I don't normally bother with this one because the benefit of it isn't that great. Let's go with that instead. Get the extra influence per turn and end the turn.
Words can be all that is between people, but we would like trade as well, if you agreed. The needs of my people are simple. Some of your fine trading goods in exchange for our wares. Well?
Aw, I thought that would work. I was going for the defensive alliance just to boost my relation with them, because as I expand, I will have diplomatic penalties with everyone around me. Okay, so Lydia either got destroyed or lost a connected settlement. So I'd assume Galatia is on the move.
What would you have of me?
Let's get this built now before I forget again. I really should probably switch a building over to public order in this province, but whatever. Going up against 2 stacks of horse archers. Does not sound any fun at all. Let's get these guys back here so they can hopefully replenish a little bit. Well, I guess not. Since I'm not at war with the Scythians yet, I'm feeling okay leaving them in patrol stance. You know what? Trying to decide which army to... Are they really not going to replenish? They should be replenishing here. I suppose. I'm hoping that's the AI bugged out or something. The AI, the UI bugged out. Now these guys I'm going to need out here to take these 2 walled settlements. I may send this army down to defend Nicomedia. Yeah, let's do that. And we do not have much population over here. Which could be a problem. Okay, let's check the diplomatic situation with Seleucid. Seleucidae. I'm debating trying to set up some kind of trade or non-aggression with everyone down here, just to buy me time to clear out the nomads. I'm a little bit concerned that Galatia is going to come after me because they're Celtic. In my brain, I assume they're aggressive because Galatia is always aggressive in the campaigns I played in vanilla. I don't know if they're that much different in DEI.
My time is better spent feasting and hunting.
I was gonna say, they hate me, so they're not gonna trade. I probably need to start recruiting another army. So let's actually do that. I just want as much as I can to deal with these guys, because I don't know how much land the Scythians own out here. I don't know if it's a different faction out here, or if it's still these guys. So when I go to war with them to take this city, it might be a more involved ordeal than I am hoping for. Okay, so let's recruit the army there again. Let's go ahead and get this guy married and see if we can get any bonuses for the troops. And what I mean by that is like recruitment bonuses or something. Shots per minute. That'll actually be good because he's going to be in a skirmish heavy army. Decrease the enemy morale. Sure, we can get some extra cunning here. Increased armor could help us against their missiles. Rescuporus. Name is quite a mouthful. But we will have him... Okay, we're going to need to start sending these guys on missions again to boost their loyalty. Which is unfortunate because we are actually losing influence. Might be a little tricky to gain influence and keep loyalty, but in either case, let's raise an army. Wait, that was him, wasn't it? I think so. Let's pick this one. Maybe? What kind of bonuses was I giving this one? Okay, just campaign movement. And spear units, okay. Now let's just focus on getting skirmish cav. But let's focus on that after we get the archers, just to keep our upkeep down an extra turn. I really like these peltists. But any elite unit is going to be hard to replenish. And the more elite units I have in an army, the harder that army will, the more difficult that army will be for replenishment. These guys have a slight bonus against cavalry, but since it's skirmish cavalry and they have minimal armor and shielding, I'd rather not choose them. Oh, well, these hoplites are good. Do hoplites count as spear units, or are they different than spear units in this game? Because obviously they're using spears. But, like, do they get the spear unit bonuses? Well, let's just get a bunch of Thureo spears. I can recruit how many? 6 units per turn? Alright, was that all I was going to do this turn? I already forgot. In my brain it was already the next turn. Alright. Once those guys finish moving, we can end the turn.
We find ourselves matched against a worthy
Just a little early for that one.
We have simple needs. All we ask is a small amount of wealth.
Okay. Let's actually just do a ton of spears in this army. I think we'll have them as the front line instead of what I normally do with them on the flanks. Okay, so 2 more units this turn. I will get some decent melee infantry though, just so that they aren't entirely low tier light units. Leave them there and let them keep replenishing 3 turns until they're back to full strength. Get these guys moving down here. While they are going, let's just get the fleet around. Okay, and we did build the building over here, right? Good. Alright. Now let's go with... See, this is nice for the income. You know what, for now let's go ahead and use the income. Because we've got plenty of food so far. Now we've got one... Actually, this one's not providing any public order penalties. Let's actually dismantle that and get ready to convert it to a farm. Now let's do public order boosting here. Because I want to be prepared for when public order goes to crap. Because it will.
Warriors all!
Now I want these guys to be within range of both cities.
Get moving!
So here they can get reinforced by the city, but the city cannot get reinforced by them.
Move out!
Well, either way, I think now they can definitely reinforce if the city gets attacked, but then they can also move here in one turn if they send an army around that direction for some reason. Let's keep waiting on any of those upgrades. These guys are back up to full strength. Let's just leave them in patrol stance. That army is recruiting. I wonder if these guys will kill the Romans. Kind of doubt it because it's a small fleet versus a full garrison and what will be 11 Roman units. So I actually might not even have enough to take on that city with this army and the fleet. Because if I were to just send this army over here, I'm not entirely sure it would be capable. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Again, I'm trying to minimize my expenses because the more money I can have saved up, the better prepared I am for unexpected wars and unexpected political problems. And I can keep boosting their loyalty by doing that. I think one of these guys had like no influence, yeah. So this general has essentially no influence. Let's get him just a tiny bit more. Now these guys have excellent loyalty because they have so many promotions. But that's also going to give them a lot more influence. Anyway. Let's do a quick check through here, see that all the agents are deployed. And everyone has leveled up as they need to. And end the turn again. A lot of ending the turn while I'm preparing for this next war. But that's how it goes.
A token, perhaps a modest gift of coin, would have my people see you in a new light. Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and
That's
our
disappointing. I guess I could have done it. It wasn't really that much money for me, but for non-aggression with a faction I don't really care about. Oh boy. Okay, so things are starting to heat up in Asia Minor. Let's move him right up to the border of Polpodeva, and then round off some more recruitment. I've got way too much infantry in this army. I needed more cavalry. Whoops.
Ready to do your duty to the tribe?
Well, everything else will be cavalry. I don't think I'll bother. Yeah, obviously I won't bother with any melee cavalry because my medium cav should do fine in melee. Now, if I leave these guys in patrol, I don't think they can reinforce if this city gets attacked. So instead I'll just drop them into a fortified stance. Okay, Rome is starting to build their forces back up. Maybe my allies in here have been attacking this, and that's why Rome doesn't already have a full stack legion. But they just haven't had the juice to finish it. I can probably get rid of this soon, but I'm going to keep it there for now. We were going to switch that over to an actual farm. Always keep that public order boosted. Looks like we're doing a stone quarry instead of a trench mine because we don't have the technology for that. This, a little bit extra public order at the expense of some food. Absolutely, I will go for that. Still dealing with some public order issues over here, but we have an army in position to eliminate any rebellion.
Ready for battle. Get the stakes up.
How are these guys doing for replenishment? Replenishment obviously goes down quite a bit during winter. At least I think that's why it's gone down so much. Yeah, minus 10%. So that'll cost us an extra little while. I don't think we can get any extra by moving further down. I'm recruiting as much as I can out of this city so that I can pull back and reinforce a little bit easier from Odessos, because I should always have the population available here. Anyway, that's my thought processing behind recruiting in this province. How are we doing for population over there? Actually, we're doing pretty well in Naissos. Alright. Quick check on our characters. We're still losing loyalty every turn because we're getting further away from the time that we sent these guys out to, you know, do missions or whatever. So for now, let's keep sending gifts around, and we will call that good enough. Make a quick check on this. I like to check out just what this map looks like. Okay, so we own our money maker and our food maker. The chieftains own. Yeah, I mean, this one city is making most of the money. Actually, I didn't even look over here. So the Asti nobles own the entire Italian province, or peninsula even. Why is growth 0 here? Is it because it's already, oh, it's because it's already maxed out, so it can't have growth. Alright. Well, I've looked around and had my fun. And you'll notice now that I'm recruiting another army, my income is dipping a lot. So that's why in Total War games, the key to victory is just managing your
We have simple needs.
managing
All we
your
ask
fronts.
is a small amount of wealth.
Because if I can be fighting in one confined area and be 100% sure no one else is going to attack me, I can hold this area with, like, I can more than easily hold this area with 4 armies, and that gives me enough to attack, to rotate troops back and forth, to keep them from
The spirits
counterattacking.
have noticed that our treasure stores are...
And I only need to keep 4 armies over here. Whereas me, I've got to keep other armies in reserve because of how long it takes to move armies on this mod. If I were to get attacked down here, the only thing I could even hope to do is raise an army. But if I raise an army here, I'm not going to have much chance against, say, 220 stacks. So they could just come wipe me out. So I'd have to raise an army down, like, all the way up here, let them recruit, as they come through and pull as much population as they can. And then I would probably lose like this whole area by the time I had an army ready to face the enemy. So by controlling my fronts, by making sure I'm not going to get attacked out here, I can spend less money on armies. And that's why I don't use the less expensive armies mod. I just use diplomacy in this. Okay, so we'll keep sitting still. I wonder, you know what, who are they at war with? The Scythians. So they're at war with these guys. There is another steppe tribe up here. That's probably these guys. And they're at war with them still. Okay, so we actually might be able to snuff these guys out very, very quickly. Alright, how many more turns of replenishment? 2. We're in position down here. We do have an increase in rank. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that, why not? Boost our general up a little bit. Let's get a 7th unit of cavalry. And we'll go with the heavier ones. Because, I mean, they have 20 units of cavalry. So I want my cavalry to be able to last a little bit longer. But mainly they are for, like, pinning them down. I still might just auto-resolve against these guys, because I just hate the nomadic battles. They're not fun. Maybe it's because they're micro-intensive and I'm not good at micro. Let's actually build that up, because it just costs a little food, but it gives us that extra public order. That little extra public order boost everywhere else. Where's our fleet? Did it already move? Down to 5 turns of supplies. Let's go ahead and dock the fleet over here. Now, do I have military access with Boii? I'm not sure that I do. Okay, I do have military access with them.
Let us break bread and drink ale before words pass our lips.
Are they going to give me the full 10? Heck yeah. I don't want a military alliance, and they don't either. But I don't want that, because then if they attack someone, I get pulled into it, and I don't like that. But I will definitely take 10,000 and some trade.
Your words show wisdom beyond your years.
Because that's an extra nearly 1,000 gold per turn. Let's see if we can get non-aggression with these guys. Again, I'm just trying to secure my north and western borders using diplomacy instead of armies. Now, Carthage, I need to show some more love, because they are powerful and aggressive, and we share a border. So I'll, oops, that's not what I wanted. I'll actually just throw them some money.
The people of Carthage will be pleased.
And that's given us plus 19. So that is quite helpful. Now, Pergamon is going to get us drawn into a war with Galatia sooner or later. That much seems pretty well guaranteed. Why do these guys hate me? They don't hate me, they're just unfriendly.
Be welcome. If I can give you a fair answer, you will have it.
I'd rather not get involved with them, because they are closely involved with every Eastern faction, and I don't want to set up diplomacy with guys that, like, I don't want to do things that I'm not sure how it's going to affect my relation with them, because I've never actually gone down here in the DEI mod, so I expect it's going to be a little bit difficult. Anyway, I'm talking too much again. I need to get back to actually maneuvering. Okay, so we're going to have 3 armies, one of them a siege army, 2 of them Scythian killing armies, with a line of pikes in reserve, and I could recruit another army if things go badly on our first attack, which they very well might. Alright, let's end the turn. Again, I'm just trying to take things slow, make sure I've actually got some security and can sustain an offensive. Because I'm no expert at Total War games. Rome 2 is essentially the only Total War game I play. And I like to just make things easy for myself. There will be plenty of opportunities for fun battles.
The love of
Just
gold
not with
can
these guys
stir
yet, I don't
evil in
think.
men. Give us your gold. Avoid the evil it brings.
Now remember, these guys hate everyone out here because they're such good friends with me. But they're not at war with them, and none of these guys hate this faction. So I can actually accept that. Because the non-aggression lets me move this pike army out of the way as well.
And greatness always come at a price. And our price must...
I'm not going to get involved down there. I'm spending a ton of money on diplomacy right now, and I've already burned through a lot more. Okay, that's given us some extra food. That's going to hurt our income a little bit because we're doing a lot of trading. I'm going to start moving these guys finally, because they should still be able to replenish. I should really get a spy over here and figure out where their armies are, but they're at war on this side, so I'm sure their armies are in this area somewhere. Everything's still going as normal. I'm not going to build up any of this just yet because I want public order to stabilize with my culture. Let's check out technology. Start going towards large defenses. Go for the extra food here rather than the extra income. So since we've gotten non-aggression of that direction, I don't feel a need to keep this army here to play defense anymore. Wait, stop. No, I missed. I did mean to keep them here so I could recruit some pikes, though. But maybe in the meantime we'll just grab some cavalry. So what we could do is we can always just dismiss these guys and get someone else. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Since this just takes food and reduces our income is fine. It's not going to suffer too much from that tiny hit. We're not losing much food, but any boost I can get to growth and public order, I'm going to take. Okay, let me use this to double check the agents. Now my fleet should be just about in position, except I forgot to bother moving these guys over. It was a bit stupid of me. RDA has a fleet in position. I don't think they could reinforce me though. Okay, but now they actually have like a proper defense set up, so I would need allies to help out. Now I've left the war coordination target here for quite some time. Let's put it back on this city and see what happens. See if we can get any of our buddies around here to actually move in. So we don't have any military allies, but now that we have this many defensive allies, we should start to see people like actually working with us. Now again, you can see this faction doesn't really care about them at all. None of these guys care that I got non-aggression up here.
I have
These
little
guys didn't
gain
want
in
trade,
wasting
did
the
they?
day on you.
No.
What you say?
Alright, quick check on loyalty. See, loyalty's dipping quite rapidly. My influence is holding steady. I'm gonna have to just send her out to do something. Do I really need the public order boost anywhere? We'll just send you to Sarmatia because they're at -80. We'll get that turned around as quick as possible. Well, I would like to have one battle manually resolved in each episode, but I'm not going to just throw myself into battles that... Because I think if I'm not having fun playing it, people aren't going to have fun watching it. And that's kind of the whole point of these videos, is just for people to have fun if they enjoy it. So, we may not have battles every time. But at least this should help confirm, like, or not confirm, but like solidify our faction. So we don't just go under from overextending ourselves. Now this should take a lot of supplies out of this region, but it shouldn't matter that much. Let's go ahead and drop everyone into patrol. Just because as we move our armies further from our capital, we start to... Well, I don't know exactly how it works, but the more armies we have and the more campaigning we do, the higher our logistics cost is. I'm being super blind right now. Or I'm just not remembering where the logistics thing is. But this game does, or this mod does have like a bit of a penalty for logistics. The more units you're keeping track of and all that good stuff, the more it costs, like in an increasing amount. So anything I can do to keep my income high, I'm going to try and do it. Still need to work out something for public order here because it's not... I like public order to be in the positive without having armies there to boost it positive. So I need to do something different over here, but not yet. And I think I've said that every time I've looked at that province for the last way too many turns. Alright. I'm just trying to think, can I actually take them on with this army? Because I don't want to send an army over there if it's just going to die. But I can't imagine any of these troops pose much of a threat. Velites are pretty good, actually. They can do a lot of damage. If I were to go attack right now, I could probably wipe this entire force. And I would lose the battle because I would just retreat after that, but I could probably kill this entire legion. Because they're in the water and I could just ram their transports. Well, let's go over here and see if they get aggressive. I doubt they will, but you never know. And we'll start moving the army up and around. Just to see what happens. If nothing else, we can go raid them. And that'll help our income. I just really hope they don't decide to quickly sail across, but we have a fleet in position. We should be ready for it if they do. I think we will get these level ups, increases in rank, whatever you want to call it. We'll take care of these and then end the episode. So as always, if you're enjoying, keep stopping by. If there's any if there's anything like you want to see a certain kind of army composition, obviously have it be somewhat reasonable, but if you'd like me to have armies with more swords or more hoplites or whatever, let me know, because I am more than open to options. Otherwise, most of my armies will end up looking the exact same as each other. So, anyway, if you've got that or any other comments or what I should do with the Seleucids and the Galatians diplomatically, let me know what your thoughts are.